Please be seated. Good afternoon and welcome to the 2019 UGA School of Social Work Graduation Convocation Ceremony. My name is Shari Miller and I have the privilege of being the Associate Dean of the school. It is truly my honor to have the opportunity to be here with all of you today. First though, before I go any further, I wanted to let you all know that our Dean, Anna Chayette, extends her warmest and loudest congratulations to all of you. Now, for those of you in the room who know Dean Chayette, So all of the soon-to-be graduates, our current students, my faculty and staff colleagues, you know she has the ability to work all kinds of magic. When she told me that she couldn't be here today because not only one, but both of her daughters are graduating at this very same time, after I offered her my congratulations, of course, my next thought was, come on, if anybody can figure out how to be in 3 places at one time, it's you, Dean Shari. But as it turns out, that whole space-time continuum thing seems to be a real structural impediment, so she couldn't in fact do it. So in all seriousness, it's my honor and privilege to spend this time with you in this way in Dean Shari's absence, and also to extend her warmest wishes. Today really is a wonderful and truly special day. Graduates, you have been working so long and so hard, 2, 3, 4 years, sometimes maybe even a little bit longer, to arrive at this day. And then beyond that, with intentions to step into whatever comes next for you. For some of you, that's graduate school. For others of you, it's a career as a social worker, or as a nonprofit manager, or as a social work scholar. Please allow me the distinct honor of being the first to congratulate you and welcome you as colleagues. Now, one thing I know for sure is that we humans are not islands, so undoubtedly you could not have done what you have without the support of friends, family, and loved ones. So I invite you all, graduates, to take a moment, a real moment, and acknowledge them, your friends and family, and their love, patience, and support. Please give them a round of applause. I also know with certainty that you have been mentored and supported by a world-class faculty, many of whom are sitting here with me on this platform. I'd like to ask my colleagues to stand, if you wouldn't mind, and then to ask you all to please take just another moment to extend your gratitude to them as well. And finally, there are many members of the School of Social Work staff here. Can you please stand and wave if you're in the room? They're around doing all kinds of vital work as we speak. They work tirelessly to organize this event. Oh, yeah, okay, let's applaud for them now. We're ready. So the staff worked tirelessly to organize this event and make it happen, and there's also a wonderful group of student volunteers who stepped up to help us. So again, I would just want to extend a hearty thanks to our staff dynamos and to our student volunteers. So again, round of applause. Thank you all. So family and friends of our graduates, I know you are well aware of just how special your very own graduate is, but if you can indulge me for just a quick second, I'd like to offer you a really small, brief glimpse into how phenomenal this entire graduating class is. So exactly 50% of our BSW students are graduating today with Latin honors. In fact, one of our very own BSW graduates, Kelsey Zimmer, is graduating from the University of Georgia with first honors. And for those of you who may not know what that means, hold on to your hats. It means that Kelsey maintained a 4.0, a perfect 4.0 average for the entirety of her undergraduate education. Yeah, way to go, Kelsey. Many of our students did a remarkable job organizing and running a day-long social justice symposium here in the Athens community, attended by over 200 community members, making an enormous impact. All of our BSW and MSW students were required to complete hundreds of hours of field internship. The labor they contributed via their internships accounts for nearly $3 million in services provided to the state of Georgia this year alone. And yeah, let's do applaud. It's an incredible contribution. And last but not least, and certainly not at all comprehensively, some of our students engaged in nationally recognized scholarship, writing book chapters, journal articles, and presenting at national conferences. So as you can see, this group is a force to be reckoned with, and they're a group to be proud of. There's so much hope for our future sitting right here in this very space. As they go out into the world and make the kinds of rich and meaningful contributions I have no doubt they will, the potential for positive change is exponentially huge at the intersections of your collective effort. It's really a pretty spectacular view from up here, looking out at all these people who embody so much hope. So let's give them a round of applause. Okay, so graduates, with all of that said, I want to ask you to do something with me for a minute. Kind of indulge me. For those of you who are BSW and MSW graduates, this activity might spark maybe like a warm sense of nostalgia or perhaps an inclination to roll your eyes, because I'm about to ask you all of you graduates, to engage in a self-reflection exercise. That's right here. You heard me, this very minute. So are you all ready? So this is all of you graduates. You ready? You with me? Yes? Nods, something? Yes. Okay, you're with me. All right, so please close your eyes or do whatever it is you need to do to sort of find your mindful space. And take a minute to locate in your minds that pivotal moment, that impetus that motivated you to start down this path. When or why did you decide to make your way to social work or nonprofit management and leadership? For some of you, this may have begun when you were 4 years old, 5 years old, 10, 18, 20, 45, 50, whatever the case. Whatever that moment, that impetus, find it in your mind. So take a minute. Okay, so do you have it? Yeah? Okay. So now I'd like you to sit with it just for another quick minute. Stay in that space, that moment, that impetus. Okay, so now open your eyes if they're closed. Come back and be present with us now. Hold that moment though, but be in this moment. Look around at where you are and when you are. What you're wearing may be a little bit of an indicator, the tassels hanging in front of your face. You're graduating today. You did it. Do you feel that? Can you actually feel that? Be present in all of what that accomplishment means for you. Now I want to ask you to take the moment that led you here, that moment that you had, and weave it together with how you feel in this moment right now. That braid made up of your motivation, your impetus, and your accomplishment can serve as your inspiration, your reminder, your anchor as you go out to do the very hard, challenging, essential work of trying to make this world somehow a better place. You know, had I thought of it, I would have laminated some index cards for all of you that said, take this with you wherever you go, and I would have stuck them under your chair and done like a whole Oprah thing, you've got one and you've got one, but I didn't think of that. So instead, you won't find that physical reminder that is a link between your motivation, your passion, and your capacity for change. But instead, what I'm going to ask you all to do is take that mental laminated reminder with you, that laminated index card in your mind, take it out into the world as a reminder to propel you forward and keep you moving along with others on a collective path toward positive change. Anytime you feel like you need it, take that card out and remember this moment and that feeling and the network of peers that surround you. So as you go out there, I want to also ask you to remember to stay connected to your roots, to the past that brought you here, both in higher education and in the School of Social Work. Remember the past, the traditions that built our school. Leaders as varied as Jane Addams, Dorothy Haight, Bertha Capon Reynolds, and Whitney Young, among so many others. As you move forward on your path, remember this strong and sturdy legacy and be proud of it. For those of you with social work degrees, you may be a therapist, a community organizer, a lobbyist, a CEO, but always be sure to identify with your profession. Say you're a social worker, name it. For those of you with nonprofit degrees, remember, you were trained in a program nested in the values of a School of Social Work. Be proud. Always remember that your work is a calling, that what you do matters. And always remember that the School of Social Work is here for you and is eminently proud of you and what you do. Thank you. So now, today, it is my honor and pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Shelly Hutchinson. And I am proud to be able to say that Shelly is one of our very own. She graduated with her MSW degree from the School of Social Work in 2000, earning that degree at our Gwinnett campus while also holding down a job. After graduating, with a passion for the needs of children and families, she co-founded the Social Empowerment Center to provide mental health services to children in the Lawrenceville area. The need for those services was so extensive And Shelly's skills and capacities as a social worker and leader were so great that the center's service area soon expanded to encompass 8 counties. In 2014, the UGA Alumni Association ranked the Social Empowerment Center #1 among the Bulldog 100, the fastest growing businesses owned or operated by UGA graduates. But that wasn't enough. Shelly was in no way done with her efforts to meet the needs of her community. Steeped in providing direct services through her Social Empowerment Center's work, she also considered the larger context and recognized that there were needs for policy change in multiple areas, including mental health services, transportation, education, and the environment, to name some. So last year, Shelly ran for office in the state legislature, and she won. Shelly is the first woman ever to represent her district of more than 57,000 people. Really, though, she's representing a larger constituency, all of us. She's illustrating through her active engagement all of what you can do with a degree from the School of Social Work. You can get involved, you can give voice to the community's needs, you can be an agent for change. And we are so excited to have her here. Please give a big welcome to our keynote speaker, State Representative Shelly Hutchinson.
Thank you. This is truly a full circle moment for me. It was a very short 19 years ago that I was in your seat the way you are right now, and nothing about what she just said did I plan, nothing. There is no part of me 20 years ago that would have told you I would be here today. When I was 17 and a freshman in my undergraduate degree, I wanted to be a lawyer. I had a major of political science, and I was going to be a lawyer. My 17-year-old self told me that. After one semester of political science classes, I was bored to tears. It was so boring. So I switched my major to criminal justice. Much more exciting classes. Halfway through that program, it dissolved. Halfway through my degree, the whole department just closed. So I had to take classes in sociology and social work, which was my first exposure to social work, and I loved it. So I finished my degree. I had my degree was criminal justice. I had a minor in sociology. I didn't know where I was going. I went to Atlanta for spring break my senior year, and had a phenomenal time at Freaknik. If anybody's familiar with Freaknik, a girl from New Orleans who was raised in Mardi Gras, this was like a call to my soul to come to Atlanta, particularly for Freaknik. So I came to Atlanta, and my first job was Fulton County Department of Family and Children Services. I was a caseworker from midnight to 8, taking child protective services calls. So if you decided you want to report child abuse in the middle of the night, I was your girl. If the police were doing a raid on a house and children were taken into custody, I was that person. So I was sitting in my office in the middle of the night, staring at the ceiling, thinking, where did I go wrong in life? This cannot be it. This cannot be it for me. So I was at work, and I heard somebody say that DFACS was giving away free master's degrees. I was like, free master's degree? Like no school loans? Free master's? Sign me up. I don't even think I really even knew what the major was. I was just like, free master's degrees? This is me. So I signed up, and what I later came to know is this was the 4E grant. Does anybody graduate on the 4E grant? Anyone? Congratulations, you just made a great decision. So as I was going through my program, the master's program, and this was a part-time program in Gwinnett, I was exposed to people and experiences and ideas that I don't think I would have ever been exposed to otherwise. I had, in my senior year, I was pregnant. My husband and I were pregnant, and I gave birth to my daughter 5 weeks before graduation. So 19 years ago, I was sitting in that seat wearing heels for the first time after giving birth to my first baby. I don't wear heels anymore because of that experience. At the end of the ceremony, I thought my feet were going to fall off for lack of blood flow. So till this day, I still wear no heels. So I'm working at DFACS, got my degree. Afterwards, I wasn't thinking about being a social worker. I wasn't thinking about being a wife or a daughter or a friend. I was thinking that I was a mom with a newborn. I did not want my newborn to go to a daycare from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So I started the Social Empowerment Center, not because I wanted to start a business, because that was not in the plan. I started it because I wanted flexibility in my schedule. So I became a social work contractor, and I signed up for every job that a social worker could possibly do. I did hospice, I did marketing. I did a marketing campaign for foster and adoptive parents. I produced commercials with a social work degree. I did public service commercials for trying to get foster and adoptive parents for children who are typically difficult to find an adoptive home, like large sibling groups, African American boys, and older children. I did crisis adoption teams. I did intensive family intervention, therapy, anything that would prevent me from having a 9-to-5 and having to give back the money I got from my 4E grant. So to your 4E students, please don't follow my path unless you have it approved by the people who are running the 4E grant today, because I'm thinking it might be different 20 years later, so just check before you decide to be a contractor. But all of those experiences and all those different jobs brought me so much that I can give to the Social Empowerment Center. And it took about 8 years before it was able to support me so I could quit the other 19 jobs that I was working at the time. So at some point around 2013, I found out that a professor from here, a good friend of mine, Dr. Denise Davison, conspired with my husband to nominate me for the Bulldog 100. I got a letter in the mail saying that I was in the top 100, didn't know where I fell in the 100. I told my parents, who were in Louisiana, no need to come, I'm probably 99, don't come. My parents did not come. We just went, we had a good time. They started counting down from 100, so all the businesses in the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, and once they got up to the top 20, I was thinking, oh God, they made a mistake. I'm not on this. Then he got to the top 10, and they still hadn't called my name, and I was like, oh, really? I was probably 101. I should be here. And then they called my name as the #1 fastest growing business is owned by a UGA grad. A social worker won a business degree. My life changed after that, because no one thought a social worker would ever win a business degree. So after I've done all this, got Bulldog 100, I was bored on my couch one day and decided to run for office. Not really. It was slightly more intense than that. But I started looking around, and I noticed that our country seemed to be going in the reverse. We're meaner to each other than we were 10 years ago. We're having race wars in 2018 and 2019. I looked at my representative. He'd represented me for 16 years, and his name was not remotely familiar to me. Had not had any opposition in 16 years. So I thought, I have to do something. This seems to be spinning out of control. So I'm going to at least give him some opposition. As soon as I said I would run, he announced his retirement. He said he was retiring to spend more time with his teenagers. Now, if you've worked with any families, you know nobody retires to spend time with teenagers. Nobody. They get extra jobs. They get more hobbies, but nobody quits a job to spend more time with teenagers. So here I am. I'm at the legislature, feeling good about myself. Then I realized there's 180 of us. I'm 1/180th of a vote. I am 1/180th of a voice. And then divide that in half because the Senate gets their say too. So if anyone thinks this was a power move, there's no power in this. There is no power by myself. There is only power when all of us come together. My 180th of a vote means nothing unless I have some of y'all with me. So why am I here today? What message do I really want to give? First of all, and this, I forgot to put this in the speech, social workers is not synonymous with volunteers. If there's one thing I can tell you is do not let anyone feel like your work is free, because it's not. You spend a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of money for this. You are not doing this to be a volunteer. So that expectation needs to come out of your head. So I have a friend who regularly gives pretty inspirational speeches. So I asked him for some advice, and he said, you should tell them what you wish you knew when you were sitting there. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to let you know that I know that you probably have a Plan Your Life app on your phone. And that's fine. We should have a plan. But what I'm here to tell you is be open to the opportunities that's not on your app. If you should look at your representative, all of your representatives, at the state level, at the local level, at the federal level. If they're not giving you the representation that you want, run for office. The youngest person to run for office was 24. I'm slightly older than that. But you guys are the ones that we are depending on. No pressure, but y'all are who we are depending on. It's your class, it's your generation. The other day I visited a high school and there was a 16-year-old girl who wanted to know how I voted on certain bills that she was interested in. I think she single-handedly restored my faith in humanity. That a 16-year-old wanted to know how I voted on a list of bills that she wanted to know how I voted on. It's this generation that I think some people are snoozing on. It's you guys that are going to take us into the next generation. Our kids are depending on you. I am in the twilight of my career. You guys are in the beginning of your career. Don't be afraid to follow a path that you did not plan for. If you see a need in your community, start a business. If you have a treatment modality that no one's heard of, start your research now. These are not things that are going to be in your Plan Your Phone app. If you want to start a business, go today and get a business license. You may not, and come up with a cute name that would cover anything you might ever want to do as a social worker, kind of like Social Empowerment Center. But go and get one today, because if you don't do anything with it for 10 years from now, you'll be able to say, my business was established in 2019. It could be 2029 by then. And the whole time that you are moving through your path, like I moved through mine, you will know that you have something that's your own in your back pocket. Every person that you meet, you're going to get information, you're going to get education, contacts. The contacts that I made getting this degree are still with me today. At the legislature, I, towards the end, recognized one child from our My Turn Now website. That's the website that Georgia has for children who need adoptive homes. Every day, I introduce a new child from that website. And the person who I coordinated with to do this was my supervisor when I did my practicum 20 years ago. We're still in touch, and she's still helping. She's the director of Office of Adoptions now. Always guard your reputation. That means so much. If I had a crappy reputation, that lady would not be working with me today. Nobody would be working with me today. Your reputation probably means more than you think. So if I had to say my life had a theme, it would be follow your passion and the rest will come. I did not plan for any of this to happen to me, but I followed my passion and the rest came. I have a family, I have a house and a car, everything else came, but I had to trust that somebody was leading me on my path. So trust your gut, be open to opportunities, because I would have never predicted that I would be here at this podium giving the Convocation speech at UGA. That is amazing. I followed my passion, and this is what came to me. So I would like you guys to do the same. Hopefully that will take you through the rest of your life and you won't need any more positive speeches. But if you do, meet me at the Capitol. Either run for office, go downtown. You would be surprised. I was surprised at what I found at the Capitol. If you go, you will see how important you are. But remember that, and congratulations. I hope this day, this weekend, and the rest of your life is as fulfilling as mine has been. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hutchinson. Now begins the part you've all been waiting for, honoring the graduates. We will begin with our hooding of the Doctor of Philosophy graduates. I would invite our PhD Program Director and PhD Teacher of the Year, Dr. Dean Shari, to join me, as well as Dr. Orion Mowbray and Dr. Mary Kaplan to come to the mic to announce our students' names. Each student will be hooded by their committee chair, along with Dr. Dean Shari.
Jung-hee Bae. Dana Dillard. Lindsay Disney. Amanda Ham.
Porter Fitzhugh Jennings. And Sarah Skinner.
Okay, now we will hood our Master of Arts in Nonprofit Management and Leadership graduates. Before we do, just a quick note. We have a whole lot of wonderful graduates to honor here, and I'm going to ask, and I know this is really difficult to do, but I'm going to ask you all if you could try to hold sort of extra loud and long applause between graduates' names, and we can offer up a big resounding round of applause at the end. That would be great because it obscures the sound of the next person's name, so we want to try our best to hear everybody's name if we can. So I'll just ask that if you wouldn't mind. So now we will hit our Master of Arts in Nonprofit Management and Leadership graduates. I'd invite Dr. Tony Mallon, Director of the Institute for Nonprofit Organizations, to come forward to hood our students, and Dr. Christina Yaskidi to read students' names.
Stephen Borvik. Kyle Butcher. William Ellison. Corey Kieber. Meredith Metcalf. Caitlin Kennedy Thomas. Yu Wang.
So congratulations to all our new Master in Nonprofit Management and Leadership graduates. So now it is time for the hooding of our Master in Social Work graduates. That was impressive, like carried a lot up here. Students will be hooded by Dr. David Oketch, MSW Program Director, and students' names will be read by Vivian Burrell, Gwinnett Campus MSW Teacher of the Year, and Dr. Rebecca Matthew, Athens Campus MSW Teacher of the Year. Okay, so now all of this applause and noise, it makes me worry we're going to get really noisy, so if we can, try our best. I know it's so hard. Try our best. We're doing great, everybody.
I'll take it and hand it to you. Okay. Are you ready? All right. Okay. Ready? Tayshana Archer. Fatmida Afros. Nico Ambush. Joseph Antico. Catherine Ashmore. Julie Atchison. Junior Atugonza. Jacqueline Barnum. Amanda Baskin. Jasmine Bastine. Laura Jo Bedingfield. Milbury Brown. Leanne Renee Blackwood. Demoya Boozer. Delaney Brady. Madeline Brown. Skylar Calloway. Daniel Kaneda. Melanie Clark. Carnita Cobb. Shalandria Collard. Kamari Collier. Sophia Cuneo. Mercedes Dagestani. Kristen Davenport. Brenda Dugan. Caitlin Faltasek. Kathleen Forrest. Marla Gaspard. Andrea Glaze. Jennifer Goldenberg. Jacqueline Gordon. Whoa.
Emily Green.
I think I got it.
Joy Green. Audrey Grigg.
Abigail Grubbs. Hama Hassan. Madison Head. Dorothy Holloway. Jamie Horn. Holly Howren. Yoshika Hubbard. Courtney Huffman. Emily Humphreys. Lori Stenander Jacks. Rachel Ann Johnson. Lauren Joyner Paul. JC Jones. Michael Jones. Fiona K. Manu. Gary Eugene King, Jr. Natasha Labal. Marguerite Landford. Holden LaCroix. Jessica Lewis. Yiming Liang. Taylor Loggins. Shakayla Long.
Congratulations.
Gloria Keja Lupati. Taylor Mackin. Jacqueline Malik. Mallory Maddie. Lakeisha McClendon. Sarah Ann Blaine McDonald. Mary Beth McLeod. Nikki Messer. Abby Millich. Emily Manda. Bridget Muckle. Bilkis Nakawi. Sarah Novak.
Myra Aquindo. Mahika. Sarah Overton. Molly Pinnell. Laura Pierce. Andrea Perkins. Madison Peters. Sarah Petito. Amanda Phillips. Monique Collins.
Congratulations.
Sarah Ponsler. Brittany Potter. Isabella Pine. Hannah Register. Septima Riley. Reno Roberts. Brianna Robinson. Susan Sabache. Daniela Salgado dos Santos. Erica Sanchez. Yanelle Elizabeth Sanchez. Jennifer Sauer. Rhonda Salisbury. Camille Schaefer. Megan Shuffett. Aaliyah Seiler. Portia Simmons. Amy Simon O'Brien. Ken Sink. Madison Solomon. Congratulations. Ryan Starray. Grace Stevenson. Paisley Stewart. Sarah Stokes. Anna Story. Shannon Swigert. Emily Taylor. Courtney Thomas.
Take your time to shine.
Lindsay Frady Thomas. Raven Shalina Thompson. Courtney Thurston. Hannah Van Heusen. Asia Watkins. Matthew Watkins. Catherine Watson. Candace White. Kiara Wickman. Emily Williams. Raven Willoughby. Donna Woodlift. Kimberly Wynn.
Congratulations to all our Master in Social Work students. Now we will honor our Bachelor of Social Work graduates. I invite Dr. Leon Banks, BSW Program Director, to come forward to present the certificates, and Dr. Jeremy Gibbs, BSW Teacher of the Year, to read students' names.
Ashlyn Aguilar. Lane Anderson. Michaela Bailey. Macy Black. Danielle Bodenrin. Matthew Berner. Natarian Brown. Abby Buckwald. Brittany Cephala Camacho. Sean Corley. Mary Gray Danielson. Charlie Davis. Rachel Dees. Stokes Donovan. Jenna Embry. Aaron Mackenzie Ernst. Rachel Aaliyah Freeman. Mary Margaret Hanson. Olivia Hill Hardy. Madeline Howell. Grace Hubby. Angela Hurt. Marissa Ivester. Micah Jones. Ainsley Kasha. Katie Ledford. Lizeth Montoya. Margaret Meg Morrison. Hannah Murray. Anna Rhodes. Jessica Rigby. Hannah Savard. Ivy Shannon. Vanessa Hopkins Shaw. Rebecca Shipman. Naomi Sobel. Cameron Sowers. Anna Tibbetts. Ainsley Tinkin. Therese Vizentainer. Kylie Yassin. Varid Udenin. Kelsey Zimmer.
Congratulations to all our new BSWs. I think we should have one more loud round of recognition applause to all of our new graduates today. This concludes our 2019 UGA School of Social Work graduation convocation. So we will now have our recessional. So please remain seated until after the platform party and our graduates have processed out. Then please join us in Grand Hall 7, located through the back of this room, for photo ops and hugs and a chance to visit and celebrate more. Thank you all for being here today.
Ha ha ha.